Hey there, meteorologist Kaylee Bowers here. Thanks for hanging out with us here on WTOL 11 Plus. Got to take a look at your weekend forecast and your forecast for the rest of the month. I know I had some questions over on social media. Always feel free to ask those questions over on my Facebook page. So let's get right to your forecast for this weekend. Of course, if you have any question, of course, follow me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and also over on TikTok. Post a lot of fun weather content and stuff that you won't even see on WTOL 11, also on WTOL 11 Plus. But this is what to expect for the rest of the day. Our sunrise this morning getting earlier and earlier, and our sunset getting later and later. So our sunrise this morning right around 7:35, and our sunset for this evening just before 7:50. But we're recording this around 8 o'clock Saturday morning. This is our view over downtown Toledo. Notice the sky cam shaking just a little bit because of those gusty winds. So yes, we are tracking some stronger winds once again for today. Wind gusts possible up to about 30 miles an hour, but also notice those cloudy skies, a little bit of that sunrise peeking through. You really see the camera shaking right there. So making those 40s feel just a little bit cooler. And this is still below average by about 4 or 5 degrees. Typically we see average highs around 50 to 51 degrees for this time of year. Still just a touch cooler as a lot of kids are kicking off spring break week. So on this Saturday, here's what to expect. We will see that decrease in clouds later on this afternoon. Honestly, could be beautiful, seeing that mixture of sunshine and clouds, eventually some partly sunny skies. Those temperatures remain in the 40s and feeling a little bit cooler because of that northwesterly breeze. And it makes a difference when it comes in from the north versus coming in from the south. Just think of it as temperature wise as well too. The further north you are, the cooler the air is. The further south you are, the warmer the air is, but also it's also a little bit more moist to the south, but also a little bit more dry to the north. So yeah, we're seeing some of that cooler, dry air come in from the northwest. So making those 40s feel just a touch cooler, but nothing too extreme, at least for today. So today, we're seeing that mixture of sunshine and clouds, even that decrease in clouds. It still will be cool. There's that high in those mid 40s, so just a little bit below average. Still definitely get outside and enjoy it. It's dry. Just have that medium to heavy jacket for today, and especially because of those strong winds coming out of the north and eventually changing over to that west around 15 to 20 miles an hour, but also notice those gusts around 30 miles an hour. So getting outside today, yes, it'll be chilly at times, but also will be comfortable. And of course, always feel free to share your pet pics with me over on my Facebook page, Kaylee Bowers TV. There's a post that looks exactly like this with this little pup right there. Comment your pet's photo, give me a little description about your pet, and I will let you know when it appears on WTOL 11 and on WTOL 11 Plus. I'm a little behind because you guys have been amazing sending in your pet photos, so thank you for your patience, and I will let you know when your pet's photo is on. And also please make it an appropriate picture too. I would absolutely love that. So I'm gonna go with that green paw for the entire day. Yes, it's slightly cooler, but this is still comfortable. Those temperatures in the low to mid 40s, seeing that decrease in clouds. So kicking off today, still seeing cloudy skies this afternoon, that mixture of sunshine and clouds, and then by this afternoon and this evening, notice 7 p.m., still seeing some bright blue skies. Now at times, we will still see some clouds mixed in with that, but still we are dry for today. But as far as your pet photo goes for today, look at sweet little Sunny right here. I'm a little biased because I have a pet named Sunny as well too, although she is a cat, but Sunny, where are your eyes? We need to see you. I bet sweet little Sunny is sleeping right now, but actually adorable. But these smaller pups definitely could be blowing around because of these stronger winds for today. So definitely still get a loop in around the neighborhood with your pets, but just enjoy being outside because we're not tracking extremely cold temperatures, but we are tracking still that slight breeze. Tonight, the winds will calm down, but still have that slight breeze with wind gusts around 5 to 10 miles an hour. Tonight, those temperatures dip back down to the mid to upper 20s. So we are still cool. We're below average and definitely below freezing. Now, you may be experiencing a little bit frost on your vehicles heading out the door for tomorrow morning. Church, the gym, errands, whatever plans you have. Just give yourself a few extra minutes just to be on the safe side because we're talking temperatures below freezing. Now, these are the two variables. It depends on how clear the skies will be at times, but also how breezy the winds are. In order for it to see freezing conditions on your vehicle, you need temperatures below freezing, but you also need mostly clear skies and calmer winds. So there is a chance the ingredients are almost there, but still just a little bit off as far as those frosty conditions go. So this is something else we're excited about. I mentioned a little bit ago our sunset and also our sunrise. Our sunset for this evening, you see that right at 7:48. Yeah, it's getting later and later. And in just a few days by the end of March, which is crazy to think that we're almost done with the month of March, our sunset will be just before 8 o'clock. So we're getting closer and closer to seeing those 8 o'clock sunsets. I feel like March has just flown by. Let me know. Do you think March has gone by pretty quick? I'm very curious, but yeah, it's definitely getting those later sunsets. Now let's pinpoint your hometown, what to expect for the rest of the weekend. Really not terrible, also could be a little bit better temperature-wise, but this is what we're looking at. Seeing temperatures still remain in the 40s throughout the entire day. There's that decrease in clouds this afternoon and also into this evening, seeing that mixture of sunshine and clouds. Any afternoon and evening plans you have, still, we'll be fine. Seeing that mixture of clear skies and clouds, very comfortable conditions overnight into tomorrow morning. That's when those temperatures will dip back down to around freezing. Still seeing on and off clouds and clear skies, and waking up tomorrow morning, things are dry, at least for Sunday morning. But we will see that increase in clouds, that increase in temperatures throughout the morning and throughout the afternoon. Now, any afternoon plans you have still should be dry. You could still see some pockets of some light rain, but this is the next best chance for some scattered showers. Looking to develop right around dinner time, right around sunset for some of us. Nothing strong or severe. I know some people aren't the biggest fan of storms, or you have pets or you have kids that aren't fans of storms. We're not talking storms at all, just some typical spring showers. And this will stick around throughout those early nighttime hours and eventually wrapping up early Monday morning. And by Monday morning, we're still seeing temperatures in the 30s and in the 40s and seeing that mixture of clear skies and clouds. Really not tracking anything as far as snow goes, but we could be seeing just a flurry here and there. We're really tracking potential for just a little bit of some light rain for Monday afternoon and also into the evening. So precipitation really doesn't look to be a big impact for Monday, just a very small chance for just a little bit of some of those showers. But temperatures kind of all over the place, but for the next 10 days, the only day we're forecasting above average temperatures will be next Saturday. So notice I mentioned our average high right around 50 degrees, 51 to be exact, below average today. Tomorrow, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. By Thursday, our average highs will be right at that, around 52 degrees. So for the next 5 days, tracking temperatures in the mid to upper 40s, below average. 50s return by the end of the week and also into the weekend. And then looking ahead towards that last day of March, yeah, we're seeing temperatures in the low 50s with that at the average high. Notice at 54 degrees. So as we are officially in the spring season, our average highs continue to get warmer and warmer. And now look at this. We normally see blue. We've been seeing blue on our 8 to 14 day temperature outlook for the past several days. Now a good portion of the country will be seeing those above average temperatures from the end of March until around April 5th. I want to zoom in a little bit closer to us here in Northwest Ohio and Southeast Michigan. Notice that gray right there? That means seasonal temperatures, but to our south, they'll be slightly warmer. To our north, they will be slightly cooler. So at least we're tracking seasonal temperatures on the way for the end of the month, the beginning of April, just not below average temperatures or even above average temperatures. But I did mention the spring season. On Thursday was the start of astronomical spring, so we are officially in spring, meteorological and astronomical. The graphic I'm showing you right here, this is for meteorological spring, which is from March until May. So our average highs just before St. Patrick's Day, we're in those upper 40s. In a few days, a little over a week, we'll be in the mid 50s. And then look at this, by the beginning of May, upper 60s. By the end of May, our average highs will be around 78 degrees. I'm sure some of you out there are thinking, okay, yeah, we're gonna be warming up eventually. I'll tell you what, I am ready for this warm up, especially at the cooler temperatures we saw in the wintertime. Anything to warm up, right? And speaking of warming up, speaking of spring-like conditions, how about this? The hummingbird sightings that we're looking at slowly moving in from the Gulf and the southern states, even along the East Coast. Right now we're getting reports right along the North Carolina, Virginia border. And this is something that's really interesting. Notice the dates on there from March 1st to the 15th. 15th to the 31st. They're a little bit above schedule right now, just a touch, as they're moving into the mountain areas right there in the Carolina coast. And in just about a month or so, we'll be starting to see some sightings here in Northwest Ohio and Southeast Michigan. So we're starting to see some reports of those hummingbirds. Of course, if you see any birds, just send them our way. Download the WTOL 11 weather app, and we'd love to showcase your photos on WTOL 11 and also here on WTOL 11 Plus. And speaking of spring, not only hummingbirds, but how about summer and the mosquitoes? I know, when I saw this graphic, I'm thinking, no way, I'm not ready to talk about that. But luckily for us here in Northwest Ohio and Southeast Michigan, we still have some time to really be dealing with the mosquitoes. But if you have friends, loved ones traveling down towards the Gulf Coast, they're gonna be experiencing that already in February, but it's gonna continue to move north and north. So early March right now, you can see that gold color right there, the yellows from Tulsa to Nashville, Charlotte, Atlanta, New Orleans, Dallas. For us here in Northwest Ohio, the Toledo area, we'll be dealing with it by about late April. So we still have a little over a month before we really will be dealing with those mosquitoes. Still not ready for it, but yeah, as far as temperatures reach that 50 degrees or warmer, that's when we could start to see that hatching of those eggs. Yeah, not ready for it, but still ready for those warmer temperatures, and we are seeing a slight warm up eventually. Now, I did mention the WTOL 11 weather app. If you haven't downloaded already, what are you waiting for? Just search WTOL 11 weather in the App Store. It's a free download, and it's compatible with Apple and Google Play. And there's so much wonderful information, including your interactive radar, your hour-by-hour forecast, your extended forecast, plus you can submit your photos and videos to be showcased, again, here on WTOL 11 and on WTOL 11 Plus. And speaking of videos, how about personalized weather forecasts sent from our weather team directly to your devices? So go check that out. Something else you want to check out if you are watching us here on WTOL 11 Plus, thanks so much for hanging out with us. And if you haven't already, check out Off the Radar. You know these folks, myself, meteorologist Ryan Weekman, but it's not just us. It is our awesome behind the scenes crew as well, from our director Tim, our producer Alexis, our digital producer Tiffany, and also our camera operator Mark. Now, we are live on WTOL 11 Plus and on YouTube every Wednesday at 10:15. But I know you're busy, I'm busy. The nice thing is you can watch this whenever you are available, on demand on Fire TV, Apple TV, also on Roku as well. Now, this past week, we were talking about March Madness, our bracket. There's our crew right there. And our brackets were very interesting. We're not talking just basketball, but we're also talking about a weather bracket. And we put our control room and our studio to the test as far as trivia goes, from weather to basketball to fun stuff here in Northwest Ohio, just the state of Ohio, just random things in general. How did they do? You're gonna have to tune in to find out. Again, Off the Radar, Wednesdays at 10:15 live. And you got a special episode coming up this week, so definitely want to check this episode out now while you still can. And speaking of checking things out, our holiday countdown. Since we last met, our countdown has changed. Easter is just a little over 4 weeks away, 29 days until Easter, about 7 weeks until Mother's Day, 59 days. Memorial Day is 65 days away, which is kind of the unofficial start of summer, and then 85 days away is Father's Day. Look at that average high right there, 83 degrees. Between that and Easter, our temperatures will be warming up by 20 degrees. And again, our average high for this time of year, around 51. So we're getting there. Things are looking very comfortable. Now, highlighting your extended forecast. Again, thanks for checking this out on WTOL 11 Plus. Your weekend forecast, it's comfortable overall. Yes, it's slightly cooler, but we're not tracking widespread showers for the entire weekend. We'll see that decrease in clouds for today, some gusty winds, temperatures in the mid 40s. Upper 40s for Sunday. We'll see that increase in clouds once again. The morning and the afternoon will be dry. These showers will be developing late Sunday into those nighttime hours and early Monday morning. Now Monday, a little bit of some light rain, mist, drizzle, definitely possible for Monday. Temperatures for Monday will be the coolest in those mid 40s. Tuesday and Wednesday, we're drying out, that mixture of sunshine and clouds still hanging out in those upper 40s. Now by Thursday, we'll see seeing those highs in the low 50s, but still things are looking nice and dry. Friday's a big day for us here in downtown Toledo. It's the Mud Hens home opener, and we are tracking potential for those scattered showers. As of now, nothing strong or severe, but if you're heading to Fifth Third Field, you may want to have that rain gear just to be on the safe side. And temperatures feeling a lot like opening day in the low 50s. Looking ahead towards next weekend, the end of March, low to mid 50s. We are seeing a few scattered showers for Saturday. By Sunday, clearing out as far as rain goes, but seeing those cloudy skies, and then by Monday, seeing cloudy skies still and temperatures in the low 50s. So we will see that warm up by the end of the week and the weekend, but cooler temperatures are certainly on the way, at least for these next several days. So here's a look at your extended forecast one more time. Again, thanks for hanging out with us here on WTOL and also on WTOL 11 Plus. But also, if you haven't already, we'll show you this graphic right here. Download the WTOL 11 weather app. It's a free download, like I mentioned, myself, Ryan Weekman, John Birchfield, and Chris Vickers. We keep this up to date all throughout the day, so that way you know what's going on when you need to plan your day. And of course, for any more questions, check out us on social media as well too. But also, thanks for hanging out with us here on WTOL 11 Plus. Have a great rest of your day and also enjoy the weekend.